I told you. It's raining. That's unbelievable. Oh, NASA's playing God. It's making its own weather.
Everybody's saying the same thing, but people don't know what it really is. Generation of ice nucleating crystals. Here we go, Texas. Here we go, Texas. It's a United States patent generation for ice nucleating crystals. This invention pertains to the art of cloud seeding. It relates to a new process and new device. What year was this? It's a new process. 61. 61. Have over 60 years of practice with this. And you think they can't create a snowstorm for Texas? You don't think so? For generating. Alright, peace. What it do is I was on Twitter and I seen this only in Texas hashtag or trending topic. And everybody's saying how it went from 10, 70 degrees in 2 days, 3 days. I mean, I went outside today. I was just telling my son, I'm like, man, get your jacket. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, then I said, let me just step outside real quick. Man, I step outside, man, it felt good in the motherfucker. It's like 60 degrees. 2 days ago, it was freezing, snow, blah, blah, blah. And look at this. I got on here, I see this. I'm like, man, these motherfuckers. Look at this. 60 degree. The high was 72. We've been saying, look at these pictures. We've been saying only in Texas shit all my life. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing we say. If you don't like the weather, just wait around. You know what I'm saying? That's been a saying that like I said, we've been saying all my life. And you know, like it's great. And, you know, but let's talk about what it really is, man. Let's talk about what it really is, man. So check this out. Geoengineering, man, weather modification patents. Look how many weather modification patents there are in the United States. Look at this, man. Look at the first one. It's from 1891. Now, I went through these the other day, and I don't want to do a long video on this. Okay, I just want to show you that this stuff is not far-fetched. This is not a conspiracy theory. Okay, and this is the camel that broke the camel. This is the feather that broke the camel's back, as they say, whatever. Look at it. Wichita Falls weather modification program. Look at it. Cloud seeding final report 2015. Look at this. Wichita, they have a fucking PDF of it. I did a video on this maybe 6 years ago. This shit. Fucking ice on my fucking windshield. Look at this shit. This shit. Look at the fucking temperature. Look at the fucking, goddamn it. Look at the temperature. 23 fucking degrees. It was 80 yesterday. 80. This shit natural. And it was the same thing. It was a quick weather jump. And my whole video was Haarp, how, you know, they do this and they've been doing. And, you know, people got on to tell me I'm conspiracy theorist, I'm stupid. How the hell can they control the weather and make it rain and blah? Look at this. Self-focusing antenna system, Haarp. There it is. Now, let me see if I got some screenshots. Hold up. Alright, so real quick, I took some screenshots because I was on the site earlier, yesterday, and I went through a few of these. But look how many it is, right? This video will be, 3 days if I try to go through all these. But I did go to that one specifically that says Haarp, and they did say exactly what we've been saying that they've been doing. Let me just go to a couple of these screenshots so you can see what we're talking about. United States Patent Office, process for controlling the weather. No drawing application, 1948. This invention relates to the process for affecting the changing in weather conditions, and more specifically to the process of dissipating clouds and fog by clearing the atmosphere of moisture particles. So they talking about how they can basically stop it from raining. You know, a number of different types of weather conditions. But don't think that's. I mean, that's the original. That one from 1891 or whatever. The original idea was to look, produce rainfall. I was finna say to stop rain, but I take that back. To produce rainfall. So that one I just was showing you, that's to stop rainfall. But trust me, they did the same shit to produce it. Hold on, let me see. Some methods of controlling cloud formations may applicable to a number of various. Why did I do it? See, I'm trying to just kind of do this video without really planning, because I don't want to waste my time on this shit, because ain't nothing we can do about it. But we need to understand these people lying to us. You know, Texas is trying to secede from the United States, and claim, hold on, a method for building the first and second cloud combined particles being simply all positive and negative charges, respectively, which comes from the rate the first team particles close to the country out of surface electromagnetic stream. One of these, they actually talking about how to create lightning, like real shit, like lightning. Controlling cloud, it's the same damn thing I was just on. I must have did that one twice. Let's see. Generation of electrical fields. Mechanical energy, electrical energy, more positive. System for charging bodies or clouds. Look at that shit. Talking about creating lightning. Charging is not available. How many processes able to control the charge stream body of discrete particles such as fine liquid droplets, aerosol dust particles. Maybe further desired to concentrate such particles bearing like charged isolated volumes thus build up an electrostatic field of high intensity between such isolated volumes or charge concentrations. For example, the establishment of two volumes of charged particles, those one volume being substantively all positive, while those in the volume being negative offer the possibility of creating high potential differences between the volumes of charged particles. Likewise, depositing similar charges on a cloud or a stream of aerosol or dust particles, for example, offers a possibility of directing the flow of such particles by means of electrical attraction to the target. You see? Charging clouds, charging one negative and one positive, and then waiting for the electric shock to happen between the two. And that's what we call lightning. You see that shit? Hold on, man. Okay, I just took a screenshot of that. Hold on. That's what I'm saying. I ain't prepped for none of this, man. I just got on Twitter and seen that, like, man, come on, man. Everybody seeing the same thing, but people don't know what it really is. Generation of ice nucleating crystals. Here we go, Texas. Here we go, Texas. It's a United States patent generation for ice nucleating crystals. This invention pertains to the art of cloud seeding. It relates to a new process and new device. What year was this? It's a new process. 61. 61. Have over 60 years of practice with this. And you think they can't create a snowstorm for Texas? You don't think so? For generating crystals and ice nucleating materials for induction into the same into supercool atmospheric clouds. The seeding of clouds. Supercool atmospheric clouds. There it is, man. It's right there, man. They got patents to this shit. I just showed you the Wichita. Man, I read some of that. They're selling it. It's like a pamphlet. You know what I'm saying? Like some of you go to the store or to somewhere and they give you something like, this is our services. Man, hold on, this the same one. Iceland and Christmas took the silver. Oh yeah, they said a list of ice nucleating materials given on page 227 of this book. I went and found that book. I found the PDF. Here it is. And here go that, see, physics of precipitation. And then that page, hold on. I got that page. Let me see. Where is it? Right there. Page that they mentioned, page 227. All these things they can seed in the clouds and create ice. So what we need to do is, whoever is a chemist needs to go get some of that ice from out there, break it down and see what it's made out of. I mean, see what chemical is in there. And I bet it's gonna be one of these. And then that will be our proof that that they orchestrated this to, damage our economy as Texans. Rainmaker. A goddamn rainmaker. airborne device, moisture-laden atmosphere, high velocity, produce large volume seating area, atmospheric precipitation. There it is. Rainmaker. They can make rain, they can stop rain, they can make thunderstorms, they can make snowstorms. Weather modification process, family. What year is this? 1971. Ain't do nothing but just keep working. Condensation products of that, some that, and that, setting free such, influence the weather. They remove fog clouds or cause rain. There it is, man. Okay? So, lastly, I just want to go back to this video for this because I use this sister in my other series of videos I'm working on. And I'd be damned if she did this video the other day. Check this out.
Wouldn't it be great if we could control the weather? I'm sure people have thought about this ever since there have been people having thoughts. But what are scientists thinking about this today? In this video, we'll look at the best understood case of weather control. That's making rain by seeding clouds. How is cloud seeding supposed to work? Does it work? And if it works, is it a good idea? That's what we'll talk about today. First things first, what is cloud seeding? Cloud seeding is a method for increasing precipitation, which is a fancy word for water that falls off the sky in any form, rain, snow, hail, and so on. One seeds a cloud by spraying small particles into it, which encourages the cloud to shed precipitation. At least that's the idea. Cloud seeding does not actually create new clouds. It's just a method to get water out of already existing clouds. So you can't use it to turn a desert into a forest. The water needs to be in the air already.
Don't worry if you can't hear what I'm saying. I couldn't even hear myself. This is the loudest sound you could possibly conceive. And as it turns out, the cleanest.
Now, the most amazing thing is that cloud up there, which was generated by the engine, is just a mixture of hydrogen and oxygen. It's water vapor. And in about an hour's time, someone in Mississippi is going to get wet washing. It will actually rain. I told you, it's raining. That's unbelievable. Oh. NASA's playing God. It's making its own weather.
Cloud seeding was discovered, as so many things, accidentally. In 1946, a man named Vincent Schaefer was studying clouds in a box in his laboratory, but it was too warm for his experiment to work. So he put dry ice into his cloud box. That's carbon dioxide frozen at about minus 80 degrees Celsius. He then observed that small grains of dry ice would rapidly grow to the size of snowflakes. Here he is in his own words.
This cloud is made up of liquid water droplets. They are not snow crystals as yet, but by taking a tiny piece of dry ice such as this and scratching it so a few tiny fragments fall into the supercooled cloud, long streaks develop just like the vapor trail from an airplane. These contain millions and millions of tiny submicroscopic snow crystals which grow very fast and assume exactly the same forms that natural snowflakes show in an ordinary snowstorm.
Schaefer realized this happened because the water in the clouds was supercooled. That means below freezing point, but still liquid. This is an energetically unstable state. If one introduces tiny amounts of crystals into a supercooled cloud, the water droplets will attach to the crystals immediately and freeze. So the crystals grow quickly until they are heavy enough to fall down. Schaefer saw this happening when sprinkles of solid dry ice fell into his box. He had seeded the first cloud. In the following years, he'd go on to test various methods of cloud seeding. Today, scientists distinguish two different ways of seeding clouds, either by growing ice crystals, as Schaefer did, that's called glaciogenic seeding, or by growing water droplets, which is called hygroscopic seeding. The method that Schäfer used is today more specifically called the glaciogenic static mode. Static because it doesn't rely on circulation within the cloud. There's also a glaciogenic dynamic mode, which works somewhat differently.
I'd be damned if he did that just the other day. So there you go, man. That it's common knowledge amongst to those who know. So you believe it if you want to. You don't think these people will do that to you. Here it is. It is what it is. Take it how you want. Peace and love. Okay. Go Google aerosol chemtrails. This is hilarious. The first thing comes up says controversial spraying methods aim to curb global warming. Okay, I'm not gonna click on none of these because I don't need to. But you see what it's telling you. Plain spraying tiny sulfate particles into the lower stratosphere can help shield the earth from just enough sunlight to keep blah 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 blah. So they're saying they're spraying the air with tiny sulfate particles. Right? Ain't that what the chemtrail conspiracy theorists been saying? The next article is about chemtrail conspiracy theorists. But the first article is telling you that they are doing exactly what the conspiracy theorists have been saying all along. Are y'all following this shit? The next line says, it's Wikipedia. It says, stratospheric aerosol injection. It has a name. The ability of the stratospheric aerosol to create global dimming effect has made them a possible candidate for the use in solar radiation management. So, it has been working, okay, to block the sun. And the next line is Wikipedia again. And it's talking about the chemtrail conspiracy theory. Erroneous beliefs that long-lasting condensation trails are chemtrails consists of Okay. Aviation chemtrails, aerosol influence on clouds. Chemtrails exposed. Geoengineering, stratospheric aerosol. All on one page. They completely telling you they're doing it, and then they're telling you that people who say they're doing it are crazy. Then they say they're doing it, and then they say, and the people who say we're doing it are crazy. Wow. Crazy.